No. Answer here, you turn something on. I did. Oh, okay. Yes. 10-10. Just everywhere. Roll call. Everywhere.
Commissioner Caprosa.
Here.
Commissioner Livermore.
Here.
Commissioner Nelson.
Here.
Commissioner Rondo.
Here.
Commissioner Seaver.
Here. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can take it over from here. Great.
Open the floor.
Kids all okay? That's it?
Just food poisoning.
Open the floor for nominations for chairman.
I got a thing I'd like to read first, out of this Guide to Michigan County Government. And it says, the law has been changed to require county board to elect chairperson at the first meeting of each odd number of years, while requiring election of a vice chairman at 1-year terms.
Yes.
So really by what they're saying is we don't have to elect them. It's an odd year.
But we only did 1 year last year.
Right.
Oh, okay.
If we had
But are
done
we
two-
going to go by this?
So this year, we're gonna have to do 1 year, and then next year, we can do a 2-year.
When I got put in, it was midterm. Ashley left,
Oh,
So
okay.
you're
that's-
just
wasn't-
finishing
yeah,
out.
right,
Yeah.
this is a,
Okay,
Good catch.
just wanted to clear that up.
I saw it too. I read it like 3 times. I'm like, okay, I don't think this applies this time, but yeah. And I'm kind of waiting to see if they change that to match the 4-year terms that are gonna be. With the next election. or not.
I don't like that one.
I don't either. I'd rather see what it is. I'd rather do it.
at least open it up.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Go ahead. That's all I had. I'll make a motion to nominate Dean.
Okay. Commissioner Rondo for Commissioner Seaver.
Rick spoke before I did. I don't know if Captain was going on. Those guys freaking, they're like.
Second call for nominations. Third call. For nominations. Want to make a motion? Motion.
Motion
We got
to
nominations.
Dean as chairman.
Oh, I'll make that motion again.
Second.
Need a motion.
Oh, I'll second. I didn't hear you.
I'll just keep quiet this time.
Yeah.
Give everybody else a chance to speak.
None of us have to.
Speak a little louder.
I said it kind of in a way that
Oh.
it's making sure that's what we were saying.
Oh, well, we got that.
There's a motion by Commissioner Livermore and a second by Commissioner Rondo for Commissioner Seaver for a 1-year term as chair. It's easy. Commissioner Caprosa.
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore.
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yep.
Only try to against yourself.
I think nomination for vice chair. Nomination for vice chair.
I nominate Mickey.
I'll second that. You still good with that, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
One,
you know.
1 year.
Yep, same as.
Motion,
I'll make a.
or no, we got any second nominations? Once, twice, 3 times, no good? Motions,
Make a motion to elect Mickey for vice chairman.
Second.
roll call,
Commissioner Caprosa.
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore.
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
yes. Board policy. Compensation. Do we wanted to change anything with our per diem? Mileage, is up to what now? 67 cents? Iris rate.
We'll start with salaries.
Salaries. I don't know, anybody want us? We had an idea of going to a flat rate for the year, so not total paperwork, you still would be, mileage.
Allowed mileage, yeah.
You still have to go with mileage, but your meetings would be flat. You don't have to keep track of your meetings and just, you get a monthly check done. It's gonna be easier for accounting, for Joel, for budget.
And I did check on the mileage just for Lisa's
Yeah.
sake too, and we can do it, but, through payroll. Yeah, so it won't be a reimbursement check, taxes will come out. So,
Good thing they're paying a little bit more.
So, I don't know, anybody got any ideas on that, thoughts? Do we want to keep it, there's two downfall in each way. You know, downfall is, you know, you can look at it as, well, if you're getting paid that, no matter what, you ain't gonna go to the meetings. I look at it as, if you're not going to the meetings, you're not gonna be on the board long, because you're gonna be voted out the next time. So. And if you're here and not going to the meetings, you're not here for the right reason.
Did we get,
And the only,
well,
I would say the only other downfall is if somebody has more meetings. Like, some of them only meet quarterly, you only go to that meeting 3 times a year, and
Right.
sometimes I go to a meeting, you know, every single month, but some of them you only go 3 times a year, so you're getting a little more for only attending 5 meetings instead of,
And some of these other meetings that we go to outside pay their own
per diem, not for the meeting, they pay for the mileage.
mileage, yeah.
I have one that does, but, yeah, like, you're on the Q pad, but you're on it only, you know, 3 times, every 3 months.
That's here, yeah, they come here to do it, so. Oh, no,
No,
the main
that's all that
assignment,
is,
yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, that's the only thing I was wondering is, you know, depending on what you're on, how often those meetings are, so.
And that's how we can figure. And I think that everybody should be the same amount, not chair be more than vice chair, but more than the commissioner, it's just a flat rate, you shouldn't be sitting in a different seat because of pay. I don't believe pay should have anything to do with what we're trying to do here. If your motive is for the money, if you're here for the money, I don't believe you should be
You
here.
mean as far as salary goes?
Yes,
It all should be across the board.
yes,
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that, like, as far as vice and the chair, the only thing is you have a thing between, in front of your name. Is there
Yes.
anything specific that you're more,
yeah, you're going to meetings just like everybody else.
yeah,
You've got a
There's a-
couple,
there's a-
there is a couple more, going through the policy, there is a couple more responsibilities, but.
yeah.
The policies in the law too. I mean, the county board chair is the chief executive officer of the county.
okay,
So that means there's some
a
things
little
like,
more responsibility on the person that,
yeah, the declaration of an emergency
okay.
is the big one that comes to mind.
Shutting down buildings.
Yeah,
Reading that last night.
different statutory schemes that, the reason that, you know, the reason in favor would be, let's say the board chair really screws that decision up. They're compensated more because they have to make that decision initially. So there's much more political liability for the board chair than the remainder of the board.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You're not as
but
worried about
you're
that.
here right now, you
You're
know,
the ones who, you're the ones that stick your neck
Yeah.
out first.
This can always be changed, it's we're looking at.
it's a lot to go through to be changed all the time.
Do we want to
Can we have a
try?
new vote on the chair right now?
No takes backs.
Yeah, I don't care. One way or the other.
So salaries. We wanna stick with what it's at? Was there a change of any sort that
Well, I think
we
We
decide?
need to decide which, we wanna stick with the same system we have,
System we have, or do we want to go to a different system? A flat system is easier for budgeting.
and then we have to decide what we want to do with either one.
Right. Do we want to go to a flat system or to this,
Continue with the per diem.
to per diem and write down all your meetings every time?
Is this the,
Oh, this is just the.
That would just be what,
The one I'm against is right here.
The 5% increase?
Yeah, we give everybody else a 2.5,
Right, oh,
so
yeah.
I think we gotta stop that.
Joel figured it out. You figured it out, what, if we went to a flat system if we went a flat 6,000 per commissioner, it'd be under. It would be less than what we did in 2022 or 2021. In 2023, I hardly handed up in any hours. Rick, I don't think handed in any hours either. So that's why we're at.
that's why we're under.
We're at 20, at 2023, we're at 28,600. That'd be.
It's the optic of it. It's we only give 2% to the workers here and we're gonna take
It ranges
5%.
between 3 to 5, that's why I put 3 to 5.
Right,
Well, and
that's if we go this way, Mac.
Oh, I thought it was different years,
no,
No.
that's just, so we knew what the number would be.
but I
That,
don't think we should be at no 5.
no.
It
If
should
we-
never be above what they are.
Doesn't make that difference.
That if we stay with this,
It's only $200.
if we go to just a flat rate system, then we go to the next page and I'm looking at what we paid out this year in 2022, 2021, and 2020 total. If we went to a flat rate system, it'd be 30 grand, flat rate at 6,000. We could go 5,000, we go 4,000, whatever. What we're thinking is 6,000 is above what we pay anyway. It'd be less than what we paid in 2021 or 2022.
And maybe this year, there's still a few to go.
Right, and they're still right, and probably end up about the exact same as we paid this year, if we went to a flat rate.
Well, knowing what you didn't turn in, I'd say we'd be under this year.
Right, we'd be at,
Under 23. I
Right.
mean, yeah, we're looking at 28.6 there.
right, so. But it's just, I'm looking at it easier for accounting, for budgeting. There's not gonna be any unknowns.
So I don't disagree with you on that.
I mean, we're tight on our budget this year, we're tight, we don't wanna go over, you know. This is something that it'll make just at the end of the year, well, we went over on meetings and went over on this.
Oh, no,
It just,
So then, what, 6,000? You're talking $6,000, we wouldn't turn in a slip every month.
nope,
And if you had mileage,
owns, if you do mileage, that's not included in this right here.
okay,
that's a
Yeah,
separate.
that's the thing. Mileage, we can't do anything about. That's gonna be a. But you still, you just wouldn't hand in, the only thing you hand in is your mileage.
You could say the mileage.
Right, we couldn't say no mileage, but
We
that,
got some people traveling.
that's not really fair.
okay, so
It's,
do we wanna make a motion? Do we just put something up or kind of vote? Yes.
well, right now, just look,
We're just
seeing what everybody
talking it
feels.
out, seeing what. Yeah, we're
We're
eventually.
looking at
make a
pros and
motion
cons,
one way or the
feelings
other,
on one way or the other,
and then we'll have to decide
and then we'll open it up.
what the rate's gonna be.
Well, the way I see it is if we do this for this next year, cause it can be changed in the following year, we can see how it works.
Mhm.
And just to know if people really do end up going to their meetings, or you know what I mean? We can't really. So we just have to make sure that
We
we're
would have to
going.
go anyway, but that we're here to do that.
Yes, but if you're getting the pay, then you should be doing it. You even more so should, if you're actually getting paid for them
Right,
to go.
right.
So that's one of the
Instead.
biggest things. So other than that, I think that would be great for our budget as a county. And, easier on, obviously, all of that. And then mileage, I think we should just keep as a reimbursement check.
No.
We can't actually,
It has to go.
has to go payroll, IRS.
Really? Okay,
Or there's another option is trying to figure out what our average mileage is and putting a rate, more money in there and getting rid of that too. It's just an option, but like me, I live right here. I do go to Marquette and but they pay, when we
They
go
pay
to
us, yeah.
LMAS pays, so that is not accounting.
Yeah, the only one I've had so far was UpCap and they pay the mileage.
Right, so it's,
I never file mileage anyway.
yeah.
I didn't with them either.
And that's
so-
what it is, it's a pain to file it for us, so it's, and all that's gonna be coming on payroll. It's another things, so it's open to ideas.
I still think that we should do this separate.
Okay. We'll
Yeah,
try one thing at a time.
good to me.
Anybody else
When
want
we keep
any?
them separate, I lost track of where we're at.
The mileage, we're
Keep the
gonna,
Yeah, keep the mileage out where.
Right.
Yeah.
Mileage.
it'll be under payroll, but it'll be separate.
But we do gotta change, is that in here? The road commission,
Yeah, we'll have to work on that.
We have to keep that separate from what our decision is.
right,
That's-
yeah, we have to change that wording, and how does that go about? Do we have to do multiple meetings to change that?
201A.
Yeah,
They pay in arrears, so you have time.
And it would have to, I think if I remember right, reading in the current policy, if
Executive.
a policy change goes to executive, but then it has to come back to the board,
right,
which you've got the executive committee sitting right here.
well, no, but we have to post it, so that would be.
As a separate
We
meeting?
have to go to we have a meeting tomorrow, so we can bring it up tomorrow at the executive meeting.
Bring it back up
Bring
on
it Monday, correct, all right.
Okay,
Any other discussion on that?
So that we're gonna keep the road commission as is. And the commissioners will move to a flat rate.
Yeah, they do one, maybe
Yeah.
two a month and get paid the same as us.
Like, if we keep them the same, so if you, unless you keep everything the same,
we have to set their per diem rate
you're gonna have to set that,
Okay,
or whatever.
and,
I think we can discuss that at the administrative tomorrow.
and then just out of my curiosity, I never, do all three of them get paid the same as, like, right on the regular commissioner tier, or do they get chair,
They're the
vice
same.
chair, regular?
Yep.
Chair, vice chair. They're all the same?
No,
They're all
chairman
on the
gets the
lower,
same as our chairman.
Right.
right,
Vice chair gets
yeah,
the same as
okay.
ours.
And that's what I thought, I just wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
Only go to, it's like, ooh.
We go to their meetings.
I should apply for that job, I guess.
Tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I'm going.
I'll be available.
No, you weren't the only one.
Oh, okay.
You were
Dan?
far from the only one.
Well, I talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, I started getting,
They get-
hey, you haven't turned your name in, why?
One thing,
They're all telling everybody, tell you, you had,
I was.
Bowerman, everybody I could think of. All right, well, any motions on that then?
Are we gonna, so we're pretty much, we wanna move us to a flat fee?
What's that?
Whatever motion wants to put a motion and we'll find out.
so
Exactly.
a motion to move commissioners to a flat pay rate of
That will bring us right about to the same as what we've been getting.
okay, 6,000 per commissioner salary
I brought a hand in.
and
Cause I wanna cook it.
mileage reimbursement be separate on payroll.
Yeah, no.
I'll second that.
In a second, any last discussion on that?
We keep being to zero again? Yes,
The wife will shoot you.
You spent all your time there. He's got orders.
Okay, roll call.
Still.
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes,
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
Yeah,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Okay, now we can go to the compensation for the mileage. Right now, that's it moved up to 67 cents. We gotta talk about any change on our dinners, lunch, breakfast per diems. Any ideas on that, or we wanna keep the same?
is this just consist of the board, or is that for employees?
This is all mileage.
That's
For employees, all employees?
Everybody, yeah.
The salary portion you just did eliminates your per diems, but you still have to address per diems for other boards and employees that could be paid per diem. I'm still need to make a motion, right? Keep it the same or.
So like when the board of canvassers meet, they claim their, I know, like I saw it on one of the audits. Those folks claim their $40 for the meeting.
Right, that's what we're doing now for everybody. This would be for everybody.
Yes,
I would say.
You guys are more per diems, but other boards do, so. Per diem.
Can I ask a question? Do people, like the board of canvassers, do they get mileage too for those meetings, or they just get per diem?
They do.
They do, okay. Thank you.
So we want to keep the per diems $40.
I think so.
Yep.
So motion to remain the same.
Change the mileage to the IRS standard.
What about food? That's always been it's getting to a point, you can't get breakfast for $10, you can't get lunch for 15 and.
Hey, you can get lunch for 15.
Yes, you can get lunch for 15, but you can't get
Driftwood
breakfast.
Deli with the 10%
where?
Mustang card, Driftwood Deli with the 10%
Well, that's
off.
fine, but
Are you
Out of
moving motion at a time?
Yeah, I got a motion for the.
Yes,
oh, we wanna do one at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause it's separate for everybody.
Okay.
So I made the motion to keep per diems the same for everybody. We need a second.
Second that.
Discussion? None, roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa. Yes. Commissioner Livermore.
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. You got switches on, so you're going to get meetings and dates.
Well, we
instead of
just-
mileage and meals.
Yeah. We used to.
Yeah. You gotta do some time here. Now with our dates here, we're gonna keep it the same. Joel asked for the one change on February to be at 5 PM, so we can have early voting here. Or if you wanna have, I mean,
I kind of would like us to see us change that, the regular meeting to 5 o'clock as our standard. The third Monday meeting. The actual,
well, one of the reasons that it used to be 7 o'clock.
sure,
And one of the reasons we changed it because we got employees to get off at 4 and they could attend the meeting. They wouldn't have to drive back. That's one of the reasons for it.
you know, and I just, and I understand moving it, and I don't wanna move it back to like 7 o'clock, you know, if it's too
No.
long, that's. But.
But most
those-
people
those-
don't get out of work until 5.
Well, and those meetings have been pretty short since. You guys have gotten a lot of things streamlined before I came on, and we've gotten some more, you know, for the most part, the actual commission meeting has been pretty
But I
short.
think what's been helpful is that we do now have it online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
people can
those that
review it.
can't make it at
you
4.
know, and, you know, if employees need to be here, that's still only 5 o'clock. And we can run, you know, like when I leave work and I order pizza, and I got a half an hour to go, so I go run my errands until my pizza's ready when I'm, you know.
Hey, Mike.
Yes,
I
sir.
like to second what you're saying too. I was on the board of commissioners for 6 years, and that was always a complaint that was brought to me is, why are you guys having meetings at 4 o'clock when the general public doesn't get out till, a lot of them till 5? Even if they get out at 4, they can't get here right at 4 o'clock. And, so I remember hearing that, and, I think we're here to accommodate the public more than we are ourselves. And, if we need to be here, we'll be here, all employees, but I think the public, I heard a lot of complaints as a commissioner that 4 o'clock was too early, just my little input.
I agree with that.
It would also-
I mean, I know that 4 o'clock
We could
for me,
actually,
in general, I have to get my kids out of school at 3, I have to get them home and then rush right back to town at 4 o'clock, you
Well,
know?
that's a good idea. I mean,
yeah,
That's
well,
what
and
I
then
just-
the road commission meeting's at 4, and if that's a half an hour, then, you can actually do both then if they want.
yeah,
I know there's a lot of
Yeah,
meetings.
good idea.
Well, and that's, we can't, you know,
Right,
we can't
no.
schedule with everybody in mind, but I thought,
Yeah.
shoot. Cause one of these days I need to go, I'm Mickey's alternate and I still haven't been.
The other thing
That's
is
right.
employees
I know,
shouldn't,
but I figure I should go at least once and show my
yeah,
face.
employees shouldn't be addressing the board on functions of the counties without the leave of their supervisors anyway.
Cause they're still on that side of the table.
Now, your employees, may, but that's up to you, you know, that's up to you, when they and how they address the board. Well, and like in my office, we have a policy that, hey, if you do wanna go to the board of something, you gotta clear with me ahead of time. And, so if it's that important, it's not gonna be a big deal to have the meeting at a different time.
I think we have a motion in the,
I have no problem.
I just wanted to talk about
I was just gonna,
it. Instead of having to vote down the motion.
I was just gonna tell you why it was moved from 7 to 4.
Yeah, I don't wanna come.
Is that any conflicts on that with you, Joel, or anybody else? To go 5 o'clock on both, or all meetings?
meetings.
I was just, I
All
would do
regular
both, I just didn't know.
Do you want to address the Monday, Tuesday thing first?
Oh,
Martin Luther
January.
King, President's Day, Veterans, Columbus, typically we're bumped to the Tuesday. But now the personnel policy, we don't,
We're open anyway.
yeah, we're open, the board's not recognizing.
We don't get
We don't,
holidays.
yeah, right, the US holiday.
I think we should just
So
have them.
you
Have
want
a
to go
meeting.
back to just having every meeting on Mondays?
I would, unless it lands on one of our,
Actual.
Actual
like,
holiday.
courthouse
Recognized
holiday.
But
Yeah, there's
Right.
a holiday.
No, but thanks, sure.
I don't think.
any donuts there?
They're in the
Get them
kitchen.
already.
They're in the kitchen.
The only one I would, November 15th, November 15th, never.
The 12th, you're good.
This time. yeah. 11th.
When that date comes up with. Whoever's turning this to deal.
Yeah, you're allowed to miss one.
Mick, you're on board policy, you can just make that a county holiday for
There you
everybody.
go. That's it. That's, I told you before,
No, hey.
minor.
So,
Yeah, I'd be fine with doing them on,
Yeah,
because if nothing else, that even opens up more chance for people to come.
sure.
If they're already off work,
Yes.
because it's a holiday for them.
Yeah.
for a holiday.
That gives them more chance to.
Mondays across the board, tomorrow I can tweak or address the language about the holidays and then.
A motion to move all meetings to 5 p.m.
Regular board meeting
regular board.
Regular
meetings.
board meeting.
and keep committee of the whole at 4.
Each committees,
No.
or wanna move, you guys wanna move all the 5?
All. I would say all.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
why,
I was just gonna ask for a little bit.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just
I'm all for it. I didn't ask for too much.
It would be too confusing. I
Yeah,
would
sure.
say, crap, is this one at 4 or 5? The public wouldn't know. I think it would be a motion to move all meetings, committee of the whole and regular board meetings to 5 p.m.
Not all meetings.
All commissioner of
regular,
the whole and board.
Right, yeah.
Regular board meetings.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we can have all.
On Mondays at 5, second and third week,
Yeah, second, third Monday, so.
second and third Mondays.
Yeah, so dates specified.
Okay, I didn't have the Monday part.
It's in the policy.
Yeah.
keep going.
We'll get there.
As long,
As Mick said, we might have to run through Detroit to get there. We'll come back around. and get there.
Anybody second that?
I'll second that.
Any more discussion on that? Where we go? No more discussion,
Does
roll
that
call?
work for you? I didn't hear anything from me. Was it work for you?
Yeah, I usually get up about 3:30, so I get.
In the afternoon.
the rush over.
You got that all?
Yes.
We just roll.
Roll call.
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes,
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
yeah,
Commissioner Siebert.
Yes, okay, Miles, back to the first page again, or second, third page.
that one's too easy. I'll go ahead and make a motion that we increase our mileage rate to 67 cents to meet the IRS standard.
I second that.
More discussion on it? No, roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
yes,
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo.
yes.
Commissioner Siebert.
Yes. Meals, now we're back to that. I'll just go and always all in our whole thing.
in the packet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know the rate of food has gone up and the rate of restaurants and everything's gone up. I don't use it often, so it doesn't,
I
You
think
know.
I've used it once
Yeah,
in a year, so.
More for the employees.
the only time I've ever used it is when I have like a meeting here early in the afternoon, then I have one and I don't have time to go home to eat dinner. I grab something in town and I'll just be like, hey, you guys are paying for my
Well,
meal
and that's-
today.
And I guess I'm kind of like a hard case on that, because I'm like, well, I've got to eat regardless. So even if I can't buy breakfast for
Yeah.
$10, that's $10 less than I'm paying for my breakfast if I'm somewhere on county
Right.
business, but. You know, back to
There
the
was,
employee standpoint, I can see where that, you know,
on
because
employee,
now I don't have, if I don't have the opportunity to bring my food with me or something,
Right.
we.
but there's other places and other ways to do it too. We've seen it where if you're on a half day, you get this much, if you're on a whole day, you get this much. Split just two, not a breakfast, lunch and dinner kind of thing, so. There's any ideas on how anybody wanna do it? This isn't really for us, we gotta look, we don't use it much. It's
Anybody
more
got-
when we send employees out for training and stuff like that.
Anybody got complaints or anything from their people?
Each of the executive departments are gonna have their own policies on this topic. We have our own budgets. It's good to have a county, compass on what to do, but at the end of the day, if I have to send my staff member to a training and there's a networking event where they're expected to pay their own dinner and it's above the per diem, they're still gonna go to the networking event. It's gonna come out of my budget. Have incentive to make sure that this is done in a conservative way, notwithstanding what the board policy says. So we have checks and balances.
So you're saying there's no sense of changing it?
Yep. I mean, your guys, I mean, like the board employees though, like Brian or Carrie, you know, they're board employees, so that would, you know, maybe change it for them and whoever else falls under the purview of the board.
Do we send, do they go much?
Jamie. MIDC. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Any complaints on them at all, or? So I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll let Rob pick up staff.
Yep, that's fine, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we keep meal prices the same as they were.
I'll second that.
More discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa? Yes. Commissioner Livermore?
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson?
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Now the big one, committee list.
Let the draft begin.
Well, there's,
Mess with this again.
What's that?
well, here's a proposed, we have a proposed thing here. I'm just go a little bit down to just 5 committees, and these are for internal committees, not our, not that.
Oh, yeah, cause like budget, get rid of one of them.
Well,
Okay.
it's,
Yeah,
there's gonna be, not going to be. The idea is having an administrative, executive, finance, facilities, and human resources. 5 committees only. And 2 on each one. Everybody has 2 committees. We could go farther with that, even as having them on Mondays, when we have our board meetings. To have our meetings then, so, or like the first Monday of every month, we have
those
these.
meetings.
Boom, 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 boom. We don't have to worry about scattered all over the place and dates. We have them on that Monday, you come in, you'll be able to see everybody, we'll be able to talk to each other. And we only have to plan 1 Monday a month. We have to be in the courthouse.
And if something comes up that needs another committee meeting, we
Right.
schedule another meeting and.
Right,
it might be
but
normal,
that's- But we only have to really schedule one. We know the first Monday of the month
The
Is-
standing committees.
but Standing committee.
is standing committee, that's court day for us. We get pride. That's just a thought, we can keep it the way we have it right now, but that would eliminate a lot of this stuff when you got audit, like this one in the finance, you know, our audit, our budget, our mortgages, our grants and taxes. Why have, you know, that'll all one, facilities, airport, animal shelter, buildings and grounds, housing, industrial park. You know, that's all one, that same committee will deal with all of that.
Right.
Hey, Dean, that makes it easier for us too, is when we're trying to schedule a law enforcement committee meeting.
Yeah.
I'll just use myself as an example. I know, okay, I gotta get my shit ready for the first Monday of each month.
Yeah.
I gotta be prepared, I gotta get it to the board ahead of them, and that's the day I gotta meet. So that helps us too, instead of trying to have Joel coordinate a date and time where all of us can be together if we know, first Monday,
And
And-
or whatever.
And it saves on
Cut down
mileage.
meetings, mileage.
Mhm.
You don't have to come for
You know, when we have one
2
for,
separate meetings.
right, you have one for budget
That's tissue.
and one for audit. An hour apart, it's like, and you're on the same one, it's like, they're the same
Right.
administrative, building codes, yeah,
What would be the times of those meetings? Because if it's 2 of you in each,
yep, that still has to come yet here.
okay.
Yeah, we might have to go sit in the back, sit in the corner.
And that was-
Wait, Mickey and I had to do that here recently.
Yep,
I had their first meeting ran long, so I just sat down there,
yeah,
listened like I was a good member of the public, and then when that one was done, Mickey had the meeting after ours, so he just kind of sat over there and did his thing.
and that comes to the next thing on here, do we wanna do an hour per or hour and a half do we leeway for? And do we wanna start like do a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or do we wanna do an hour and a half? Start it at 8, then 9:30, 11, take a short break for lunch, and then do the next two after lunch? How do we wanna do that? You think we can get by with an hour per?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes,
I said, do we wanna give ourselves the hour and a half?
probably gonna get in situations like, but you're gonna have separate meetings and some of these longer ones where negotiations, budgets, right, you know.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
When we know we're in
Over the
negotiations, that's gonna be outside of
Right,
this.
outside
For
of
a
that.
normal monthly business, I would,
Finance and exec, can we do that in an hour? That's usually.
I don't see any of that can be more an hour. If there's gonna be more than an hour, that means it's something major, and that might be a split off, and we're gonna have a separate meeting on a different day for that.
I think it's worth a try, cuts down the meetings.
I think
cuts
you
down
wanna
the-
end with exec though, this aren't in the right order. But if you think
Sure.
about it, what order do you, if you went to this,
Oh, yeah.
you would wanna discuss, so say you're hiring a new person, for, building and grounds, or an assistant supervisor. or something.
Right, so you
You
want
wanna-
that committee, then labor, then.
Yeah, right, and then then the budget and the finance part of it, then.
But first meeting, would we wanna start right at 8 in the morning? So do it 8, 9, 10, 11, and noon, and then that'd be done.
At 1 o'clock.
I got one.
Huh?
And then if you're on the first committee and the fifth, or whatever coming, you're not sitting around, at least the most you
Right,
can
you can,
between
you can
them.
go do something at least in between, but.
Right, but you're not here all day doing nothing.
But there's some of these, you know, I'm on the building codes,
Yeah.
we've met one time a year.
Right,
So why would I be in here on Monday for that?
Well, that's why.
And resolutions, you don't meet until we have a resolution.
if there's no business for the particular subcommittee, you just don't, there's no business for it.
That's what I said, that there'd be somebody, one person would be on two of these committees. There wouldn't be all these committees. It'd be actually administrative committee would take care of all of this. So in that one meeting, you would go through anything that consists of the administrative part of it.
Do you have building codes? Nope. Do you
Yep.
have county housing authority? Nope.
What else? Nothing, and it might be, you go right down and say, hey, there's nothing here. We don't even schedule a meeting.
Right, if there's nothing on the agenda for any of them. You can always cancel them.
Right.
It wouldn't be a standing committee then. If you're still scheduling, are they pre-scheduled in advance? We're saying these are always on Mondays, but you
Well,
still have to meet.
Well, see, these, we don't have to do a year in advance schedule. These would be out of the month, we say, this is what they are. If we don't have to put them in, we don't. Do we wanna
That
put
makes it
them?
more complicated.
It's hard because then
Yeah, I kinda like the old way.
then I still gotta get a hold of everybody that's on the committee.
Right.
Yeah.
You're still having to schedule it,
Right.
as opposed to just saying, there's
Okay.
always something to talk about administratively.
Right.
Even if it's
Like-
just 5 or 10 minutes.
True.
Or we met and there was no.
Yeah, with these
Like
combinations.
the administrative one, the only one that I'm on any of those committees is the public safety. The law
We'll be
enforcement.
switching that
So-
around.
Yeah, we'll switch, if we go with this, we're gonna basically have the draft and.
No,
So like, because you guys are more familiar and on these ones, you would just take over that one and I would move to
Well,
a different section.
like me as chair, I have to be on executive.
Right.
And then it'd probably be, I think chair would probably be executive and finance.
Like mine, Kelly, I cheated at home and I was like, okay, this is it. If I get to choose, this would be the first choice I'd want, the second choice. Literally.
So we are doing,
Yeah,
there
we
are
would reassign committees.
committees.
Vice
Okay,
chair
that's
would
what I thought
definitely,
from the
would
beginning,
have to
but
be
that-
executive
Can't really
and
have two people.
probably human resources. Or administrative, would chair be executive and administrative? I don't know. We'd have to figure that out.
Definitely have to be on the executive, because.
That's what it-
In the definition.
Right. But then the other one, would I be on administrative or finance? I guess it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I'm on human resources.
Right.
And then somebody else would be on administrative and facilities. Somebody else would be on finance and,
But some of these, it's like UP State Fair Board meets on Fridays.
yeah,
The veterans meet on Thursday.
Those are,
So
Those are separate.
Number seven,
So how are you gonna keep track of all this stuff?
You guys are gonna have to sign up for those
Well,
outside committee.
that's-
I kinda like the old one, so,
well, this will actually make that easier.
all like I said, easier to me.
Well,
What they're saying is all the internal ones, the ones that we
Well,
come.
I'm within the county.
right,
Are the ones.
these are
that
all
we're
the
gonna
internal
change,
ones.
But you'll keep
These are all
Fair board,
separate still.
your separate
Upcat,
ones.
QPAT, all those are
Yeah.
LMAS, those are outside of, we don't
So,
control
ins-
those committees.
so instead of, see myself, I'm on the animal shelter. But none of the in housing. But you two are on airport and then, so instead of having multiple people, we'll just have two people cover all of those. and
Instead
show
of
up for
having-
those Meetings.
Having meetings each month for every one of these, we're having one of
So
them.
you guys, like, if I just volunteered you, did not volunteer you, but
Right.
that's what it sounds
Yeah.
like, but
No.
you two be under facilities, because you are on airport, you're on the industrial park, or museum.
That was my,
Or one of
that
them,
would be my first choice would be to keep that just because of.
right.
Yeah,
But what the big thing is I like what Joel says, it's a standing meeting. We have 5 standing meetings a month, instead of having all over the month of different ones all the time. And
so
then,
the only one that I see that we have. Maybe a little difficulty with is that the audit is alternating. And you want two people standing,
I saw that. I don't see anything. Is there anything in the law that says it has to alternate, or is that just a sharing the workload? Back in the
just to
day?
keep fresh eyes moving through it, or
No, I haven't either, but I.
it's like what you said, fresh eyes would be nice too.
It should alternate, is right.
Yes.
right,
As far as I know.
We've just done it, or is it
But
required?
I don't wanna come down
They
here
just do it.
for an 8 o'clock
It's county
meeting,
policy.
and then I don't have one
It's
till
in-
noon.
I mean, it's not.
well, that's where
That's
we're
what I
trying,
do it for.
well, that's what they're trying, is we're gonna try to make sure that if you go to one, they're one after another. Would make,
No worse than maybe a 1 hour break in between.
yeah,
Right. But that gives us time too. All 5 of us are in the courthouse here. If we wanna talk to another one, both stuff. I just don't, right now, to have, let's bring up meetings all through the month of different, all the time.
okay. This, in my opinion, I like the idea of this.
Well, it takes work.
I think that it may be something that we could keep maybe for the next year. We should work out a better plan. We can't make these changes right now. I think though that this could be something that maybe we could implement after the new election. I'm just saying that because we have somebody who lives far away, kind of used to the old way, kind of hard to learn new. Also, Rick, sorry. Rick also lives very far away.
I know, but
And I
now
know
he
that
only has
those
to
things
come
will change.
once. Yeah. He'd only have to come to Musing once that month for any of his committees and have him take care of them all in one day. And it might end up to where he only has to be here from 10 to noon. Or 11 to noon even. Get his 2 meetings done. And we can make that happen. We
Well, I
can
was just
switch
wondering
around.
how many.
Switch the order around, so
For the people that are longer, like me, I don't care if I'm 1 at 8, 1 at noon.
I don't either.
Well, no, you're right
Because I'm
here.
right here, so
Yeah.
But we could
I would
make
rather
it,
schedule like for Mickey.
like, we could schedule for you, the
Well, there's
farthest
at
one.
least both, at least more than an hour. Mickey would be on executive.
You come here every
This
Monday.
does make more sense with a flat rate.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense to do this with a flat rate.
And then you know.
Like, maybe you could be the first Monday of every month, you come in and all your internal
Yeah.
meetings are done.
Done. 8, 9 in the morning.
You could do it.
One.
Or 9 and 11.
He'd be on the later shift because of the executive right there. Yeah, I think Joel was right. I think the executive committee would have to be the 5th meeting.
It's not me. I'm the
I
more.
would think it'd be the first, would not,
No, because you're gonna take everything from those other meetings.
okay, okay, I get you. I thought maybe it'd be the reverse. You take whatever they had,
You're gonna
these 2 meetings.
compile all the.
I did do it first, Mickey, when I was going through it home, until they said something about, well, if you're gonna hire a new employee, then you gotta have labor and budget and.
Okay, that works for you, Mick, if you came in at 11 to 1, is that bad for you?
No,
See, because if we did it this way, he could come in to the last one, and your other one would be at 11. So what would be the second to the last one? What would you wanna be on out of there? I don't care, I'll take whatever's left.
I didn't either, but I thought it was.
I would like, well, these don't meet all the time. Like building codes,
I know.
I like resolutions. And I,
You have to pick which category has the most you like in it.
Yeah, sure. we can have fire.
But they're most likely on on that
Mark?
day, somebody in this.
Like the
will
first
need
one,
Something to have you look at.
yeah, you're
You
gonna,
could do,
I'd say administrative.
administrative, you're gonna have public
You're gonna
safety, you're gonna have
cover
something every,
things.
okay,
the sheriff's gonna have an
You'll
update on
it'll
something.
be just, it'll be
Right.
all.
but the,
As long as.
how many of us on there? Two of us?
Two.
Yeah.
Two on each one.
So
Every
executive
person
will be your last meeting on a Monday at 1,
Well, right?
Well,
and then you need one more. You would
Like
like to
it-
be on.
As long as they bring up.
I think you would fit good on administrative meeting.
Would that be right before executive?
We can
Yeah.
make it that way.
Does it make more sense to have finance before exec, or, I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as executive is last, I don't care.
Executive's last.
I don't see anything in administrative that real creative that can have another committee. That looks like it could float just about anywhere.
I guess the only thing, let's see, is something could come up in administrative, courthouse security, or, you know, something within those that you would need to go into finance to the budget, because you wouldn't know. You could do it in reverse order.
Finance doesn't have, that can be, no, I mean,
If you don't care, I don't care.
I don't see a problem with financing. If we have, you know, we got our budget down pretty
I
good.
get what you're doing now. I thought they were assigning you to.
No,
No.
If,
to the big
This would
group.
be 5 days.
Yeah,
you know, if it's something, if it comes to executive that this has to be done, we're gonna have to find the money. And we'll just deal with it then.
Yeah, that-
Where the money's coming from. Pam will be in there.
Where do you find the money?
I was like, what do you mean I gotta find money?
I told you, I said Pam will be there.
Enterprises.
How are we gonna, you know?
There's Spidey sense of the tingling. What do you mean find money?
I know, right?
So, and what would we want first in the whole thing?
Facilities, I think, is Brian.
Facilities,
Well, here they are, right
To me, that makes sense.
You guys want.
and then 9 would be, then what? Finance or human resources?
I mean,
Human resources, I would say first, then finance.
And then have admin, and exec.
Yeah,
if you-
so you're on,
So Mickey wants to be on administrative, or does he want to
Yeah,
be
the
on
only-
finance?
No, I don't think.
if he did want to do administrative and executive has to be. So you're automatically on that at noon. If you run administrative, you'd come in at 11, you'd be gone by, well, soon as we're done with the exec committee at 12.
The only, the one I really get the human resources and labor relations, has that got to do with the, contract?
Yeah,
Yes.
So who'd be in charge of that?
whoever's the next
Okay,
two in it.
it don't have to be on vice chairman, but okay, no,
Probably better.
I'd rather put that on somebody else.
good idea.
We did
Okay,
last.
since you're not getting more money, spread the load. Right.
Yeah, everybody gets a little bit of the,
Little pain for everyone.
Oh, piece of the pie.
Yeah.
and then,
You know,
just gotta download it. Like Rick, if you did
What of their
Financial-
motives is you?
or HR and, who was our last?
Finance?
Finance, yeah,
Facilities.
facility, yeah, that's where I want it. I got facility twice here. You want facility first, then finance.
Yeah, you just got.
For the third one,
You have finance, facilities, human resources,
Finance.
finance, administrative, and executive. That was the last that I wrote down.
right, so like, Rick, you could either do facility and HR or HR and finance, that would be two,
If you want two back to back,
right? And
so you don't have.
I'd say HR and finance, cause then you only have to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 7 o'clock in the morning. You have to be here at, if you're at 9 instead of 8, or, but maybe you're early bird and you wanna leave at 7.
I'd rather leave it.
Especially in the winter, right?
Yeah, leave at 7 here.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
So if Rick was on HR and finance, you'd get here at 9
Yeah.
and you'd be done after the finance at 10. So. And then what would, I know you're like me, don't care which one.
Not overly, no.
You're the next farthest one away. Yeah, Kelly, what would you like to be on?
So, five groups. Well, 4 groups.
Yeah, you got from 8 to 11.
Oh, I did notice, Dean, the ARPA opioid,
Yeah,
we didn't have that in there anywhere.
that would probably
Should
go,
have brought that up sooner, sorry, but I had to know
that'd
that.
probably go under facilities, you would think. wouldn't it?
No.
Probably human
Human
services.
services, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, so I just, and then, but did have a. Maybe we should move recycling down here with the landfill and solid waste where it was before.
If it's the money portion, go to finance. And if it's the actual policy, opioid policy, then.
I bring my kids to school at 8 in the morning, so if I could be on the first 2 facilities and
Finance and
HR,
HR.
that would be fine for me. And I'm kind of on quite a few of those anyway, so.
And I asked because I know specifically you wanted to, really were interested in the opioid, so.
Yeah, I want to stay on that.
Since we gotta put it
I've been
somewhere.
doing some digging, yeah.
Put it where-
And there's no deadline on that, which is kind of nice. We're just kind of building what we're gonna do with it, That's why we haven't been-
So,
but there's a lot.
Either, well, it wouldn't
Recycling.
make sense in their facilities.
Put recycling down to facilities,
Yeah, I think so.
I think that.
Where it was before with the
Solid waste.
landfill, solid waste, it's all the same garbage.
And what would you want? I don't know if you got that last.
My preference, I would like facilities,
Okay.
and then I don't, I'm really not. I can take what,
What would you rather have me on? Finance or-
I'd rather have you on finance,
Okay. Then you would have to be administrative.
public safety, so that splits me, but that's no big deal, that's a.
We need, I don't see anything here for recreation.
I think that's still a separate.
We passed the recreation plan. Should have a committee with recreation.
Where was that?
We still have an old one, we still have, oh, what's the title, I saw it on the old list. Paper copy of the old. Yeah. Or do we just leave it out and leave it as a separate committee? Probably not, you're probably right, probably just leave it in the-
Was it on our old committee list?
Yes,
Yeah, it was on, right here.
I'm looking for the word.
Conservation watershed steering, recreation, resource development.
Right, that's our committee, that's not everybody's outside.
Where would that fall in, you think?
It wasn't an outside one because it was through,
Start with conservation.
it was you with the
Yeah.
CR. The one that never goes. They never called, right? That's
Well, now we have a recreation plan.
UPC.
What's that?
Whatever abbreviation.
Yeah, UPCR.
Well, you mix it, now we have a recreation plan to deal with, so would that fall internal then?
I think you should.
Yeah.
Okay, and where would that fall under?
Does it have
Big
to be
walk,
committee
so
or as
administrative or executive, because you're heavy into that, you and Kelly.
Yeah, I'm just, it might be more of a common.
That's a keypad for
Thing now.
our recreation.
You've had wrote it up, yeah.
Look at a grant
So I mean,
for a
it's kind of a
plan
separate,
for-
Yeah.
because right now we've already tapped.
But it's still, you still have to have some kind of,
You can stick it in there and under admin,
Yeah, you want to put it under admin, then it's still under you.
still, Mickey's still
well,
on
you
it.
change it for me. She's the one that did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot in
He's a
QPAD.
Well, no, it's,
Yeah,
You're also in QPAD too.
that's only 3 times a year.
but it should be down because we've got a
In
plan.
HR.
Yeah.
Human resources, but what would you put it under?
I put under human resources.
Like the opioid ones.
Yep.
I think it goes under facilities.
Mhm.
Recreation is a,
Yeah, it can go either way there.
I'm on that one too.
That's fine with the owner.
Recreation to facilities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe someday there will be a facility that involves recreation.
Yeah, we have a convention center built one there.
Perry wanted to come see me.
Be nice.
Brought him out there. Just see.
So adding recreation and recycling to facilities. And then
Opioids to human resources, recycling down to facilities with.
Pretty good. Stuck with Perry.
I mean, there's a lot in each one, but a lot of times you go there, in a month, right, there will be nothing.
Yeah, like the administrative one will be very,
Well, that's gonna be of whatever came about on all the other ones.
yeah. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of, like, we said, resolutions unless you have one. Law enforcement doesn't have one every single month.
Right, building goes, I think had one last year.
Yeah, recycling, there hasn't been a ton, but we're coming up on
But
that.
this
we
now
have,
Is now they're actually gonna hit us on that one.
administrative is the one that, when there is something, it's gonna take a while.
We just.
Right, and that's at the end.
In our community.
Policy review,
Because he
Yeah.
does so much for this community.
public safety,
So much.
sometimes that's.
But at least now it's, you know, first
He's good.
Monday,
I think.
just Mondays, the first, second, third Monday, we have meetings.
Yeah, like I said, we've got something, we know we've got something huge, it's gonna take 2 hours by itself, we can schedule. We
Yeah,
can still, this doesn't stop us from scheduling.
finish up 2 days later.
Right, we can recess that, and pick it up later, or,
The problem with that Monday thing is, me and him go to LMAS,
Oh, when does that?
and we're not back, that's the first one.
Mhm.
And so we're not back, we won't be back here till afternoon.
Keep it on Tuesday.
So we came up.
do Tuesday instead of Monday?
I might have said.
You already have executive finance on
I'm not
Tuesday.
gonna blame her for this.
Oh,
Tuesday
yeah,
before
yeah,
this.
you could change that to
We
Tuesday.
can do this whole
We
thing
don't
on
have anything
Tuesday.
set.
Oh,
So
that's
do it
fine.
first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah, let's not ruin my whole month by starting off Monday with all this. I'll just go.
Yeah, we can do it.
That's an easy one to
We can
fix.
do it the first Tuesday of the
Okay.
month, do all these.
Like it already did, for executive finance.
Right.
Yeah,
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 like Upcap, they think they seem to be on Friday, they seem to like favorite Fridays.
And then the other
Or
Wednesday.
Mondays. And that's only quarterly anyhow, so that's it.
If that works, I mean, as I said, this is
I'm a
all,
much happier person on Tuesdays.
we'll have it on Tuesdays.
well, you got pretty happy on Thursday.
Just don't laugh.
Yeah.
I think it's worth us trying this for here. If we don't like it, we can always go back.
Yep.
You know, we're-
We can always change this. in
Yeah,
2
we
months.
don't even have, it, right.
If we find out this is just.
In 2 months, we all hate it, we can.
Yeah.
say,
But
"Oh,
it
we hate
does seem to work better with the flat rate.
We're
Yeah.
not making as many trips.
It's funny you say that. I'm gonna tell Steve that.
There won't be as much payout
I
for
think it's
reimbursement.
more consistent, it's not all over the place.
You know, it will, and having meetings scheduled that far in advance, will be easier for the public if there's something that they have, that they wanna,
He wanted to be.
have an interest in or have something, you know.
Him and I talk about.
They know that, okay, yeah, the first
The first
Tuesday,
one
okay,
that
what
comes-
time do I wanna be there?
The first one that comes to mind, is it Neil?
Mm-hmm.
This would be really helpful for him because he has a lot of those things to do with all the different parts. It'll be really easy for him to just stick around for a whole day. To know anything, cause there's a lot he needs and wants to update us on, so.
I think it's worth a try.
Yeah, mine ain't bad, I'm 10 till noon.
I'm out of here at 10.
I took the sucker punch, that's,
Mike, you're 8 and 11.
I've got 8
That's you
11.
live.
But I'm also, I can either go home or I can go back to work for 3 hours and come back, so it's not like.
Or catch up on tapes for hearing.
Right, for me, it's not a big deal because
So
my
every
world's all in 6 blocks of here.
2 of these are just one, 2. So I'm on exec, right?
And
And
administration.
Yeah, man, you're administrative and like that.
Oh, yeah.
11 or 12, first Tuesday of the month.
Against everybody. He was a.
It's a good idea.
Biggest player I've ever met.
Uh,
I haven't said a word. I haven't had.
And then Mike is gonna be on
Facilities.
facilities and admin.
Yep. Facilities at 8 o'clock with Kelly and Mike,
He'll find out.
HR at 9 o'clock, Rick and
He's
Kelly,
best let us say.
finance at 10 with Rick and Dean,
The guys.
admin 11, Mission Mike, and executive at noon with Dean and Matt.
And that's good, and that's spread this all out. It's too.
First Tuesday of the month,
First Tuesday of the month.
and then we're all in the office too on that Tuesday, we can talk with each other, we have different things in between meetings and stuff.
He says, the next
A
time.
little communication are going around.
Sure. Beat his ass, cause that's how his wife.
We wanna throw in, anything as far as if there's like a snowstorm school cancellations or
I
anything.
think we do that anyway.
I think that's in our policy.
It's the building.
If the building's closed, meeting.
Plays it down.
Yeah, then we'll have to reschedule, it has to be.
No after-school activities.
Well, I'll just throw out there,
He was playing.
those, if there's no school, but our facility is open. we're gonna have some children.
Yeah.
Sheriff said he'll go babysit.
I'm
for you.
gonna, okay,
I will.
you'll come over for the 8 and 9 babysit kids.
Leave a couple empty cells.
Yeah. Yeah,
Really, it would work.
we got them.
You just tell them you're in jail and stay on your tablets, don't move, and they'll be like.
As soon as Tina comes in, we can put Bluey on TV, or we can put Blippi or something that the kids.
I mean, if you want, you just have to put an officer in my car, and there's Bluey on my DVD player, and they're strapped in.
They're already strapped in.
Grandparents.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Miss Rachel, all these programs I'm learning now that my grandkids are young.
But if you put them in there for a day or so, they'll never want to go back, right?
No,
No, we're just gonna leave. Now our outside committees, why don't we go alone where they're at?
yeah, or they always wanna come back because they have a lot of
Outside
fun there.
committees, is everybody fine with their outside committees?
Yeah.
To leave as is?
Yeah, I'd rather like upcap, I'd rather not switch it. We just switched to the
Alright.
one meeting, so I'd
That's just
rather not.
another hurdle that we don't have to deal with,
I think I only have 2.
outside of these. Yeah, I have a couple too, but some of them are like once a year.
And then my
or-
land bank.
They're very,
So we are gonna do the first Monday then, guys?
Tuesday.
Yeah,
First Tuesday.
give me another day to prepare.
In case
That'll work for me.
you get busy over the weekend.
Well, no, we don't know yet. We gotta make a motion. We need to, and everything to try this. If everybody hasn't. This is what we gotta know.
We're the second and third, aren't we? So that would work. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you have these meetings
No.
after you have your meeting, that's not.
Right,
supposed to be
defeats the
work.
purpose.
Okay, I get you.
First Tuesday for committees,
And they'll have everything ready. for the
second and third Mondays for,
So the only ones that are on here that
Mhm.
maybe would be changed are the Industrial Park Commission Solid Waste Landfill, which was added to the
Yep.
facility deal. So it used to be Rick and Dean, and now it would be,
actually it was Rick and I.
oh, because this is the old one before,
Yep.
so, yeah, now it would be,
Right.
but I'm gonna,
But it's
Scratch that.
It's still
Scratch,
internal.
read off.
Yeah.
I just literally went, I'm on those ones. And these are the ones left.
conservation, we're leaving as a separate, or I missed that,
Um,
was it being merged?
No, we're gonna bring that into,
Facilities.
Facilities.
Facilities for conservation.
yeah, for
Watershed,
recreation,
recreation.
conservation,
That's
watershed.
included in the
Rec
whole
plan.
thing. Okay. Watershed and county.
Well, on conservation, the county conservation district. That meets,
Oh, yeah, that's got its own thing.
that's got its own thing, we're gonna cross conservation out of there then?
That was you, right?
Yeah,
Do you go to those meetings?
yep,
Then let's leave this on there.
Conservation, and full recreation.
we just take recreation and
That's right.
resources out.
Yeah, just put the rec plan and facilities and leave the rest.
Leave the cons, okay.
Conservation, watershed, yeah, resource.
It'll still be making.
Right.
Yep, okay.
No.
LMAS, that's still me and Mick. Industrial park, solid waste, that got moved to,
Industrial park is
that got
separate,
facilities.
That's it.
separate meeting though. Industrial park commission is a separate meeting.
Okay, so yeah.
I know the township's on and the city.
Yeah, we had two on that already, so
So
it
what did
doesn't,
you think of that? He said.
Well, so we have to leave that out.
oh, it's a separate, you mean?
You're right,
I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's an outside.
It's an outside,
meeting,
not an internal.
Right.
So
Who's
So
on
that's
that
gonna have
one?
to stay where it's at.
keep industrial park as a separate.
Who's on that one?
Solid waste. and-
I don't know.
I am.
Mine are these two.
Just
I think Rick and I are on this. We can-
Yeah.
But we can pull solid waste and recycling, because that's gonna be a county.
Solid waste
We're
and
gonna have to
recycling.
deal with.
What a nice seat.
Yeah, industrial park.
We should have.
When's the last time they?
What are trying to make you
No,
laugh?
they only meet as needed when, I think the last time they met was when Skip bought.
The
That
building
one
there.
building. Yeah.
I think that was
from-
the last order of
Okay,
business.
so we can leave industrial park out as was, and but then.
I know they have a building for sale up there,
Who does?
marijuana facility.
I one in the corner up there.
They actually got it up?
There's a building there.
Oh, okay, last time I went through there was just foundation, it seems like it took forever.
It took forever, but it's there, but the person that got the, license through Munising Township died.
Really? You know what's funny about that one is? I've got the paperwork at home for the lease for those two pieces of property from the city signed 20 years ago. And for my name, for $1 a year, but they lost the paperwork and they gave it against somebody else. Okay, land bank. Land bank's
That's a
good,
whole
that's
thing, yeah.
going. Everybody's still on that. Michigan Works, I'm on that. MSU Extension, that's you, Mickey, I believe, isn't it? Me, you? Who's on MSU Extension?
Me and Kelly.
Yeah.
Are you two? Okay. Pathways,
No, I.
prison is on,
Prison was with law enforcement and everything, wasn't it?
that's what I said, have you ever, who was on that, you?
Mhm.
Have you ever, have you ever went to a meeting on that? I mean, I don't think there's been a meeting.
I don't think there has been a lot, I think my dad's on that one for the city.
I mean,
They do have meetings, but they haven't had one in just a while, you know.
you wanna put
We
that?
had it, it was under,
We can't move
wasn't
that.
it with law
It's not ours.
enforcement?
It's literally prisons.
Do you wanna
Is
put
it their
that,
own?
do you wanna put that rate under, administrative with law enforcement, just get rate off of this part?
That means I'm not on
It's
it.
an outside committee.
That's what I'm saying, I'm,
Oh, it is an outside,
It's a
Yeah, you literally go to the
yeah,
prison.
then that's. yeah,
but
we'll
they
leave it as
haven't
is.
had a meeting since I've been in, but I know that somebody came here, I thought during a law enforcement meeting and
Now, if we wanna switch it out.
updated us, they were looking for a cook.
We don't have any.
Yeah.
So I've
who's
never
on
went
every-
to one,
You-
but
If
is
it's
that,
separate, that's fine. We just leave
prison's
it.
out?
I mean, I don't mind if we, Kelly wants
I'm-
off of that, I can
No.
pick that up as.
Oh, I don't know if it's a conflict anymore that my husband works there, so,
Well, the other thing is if they if they have something specifically, and
They call for a meeting.
yeah,
yeah.
and you guys are already doing something administrative, so it might come, because it's an outside entity is trying to.
2 months ago, she went to the house.
Yeah, there, because.
If you keep it separate, it's fine.
We'll
Right,
keep it
because
separate.
it's definitely a separate, because I know my dad literally
Yeah.
goes to the prison for.
If it's separate, we'll leave it. Regional Government Committee,
And then.
all commissioners, that's everybody.
Would you like to switch Kelly?
Nothing.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay, whatever, I don't
Just gonna
care.
hear this.
I'm not trying to take anything.
Vehicle committee.
Yeah, that's, I'm looking at the one that you have here now.
Yeah, I was looking at the match up of.
I got 2 guests, actually.
And also, I think some of these committees, like the MSU one, didn't even reach out to us. We had to reach out to them to tell them, hey, we're part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let us know when-
So maybe the president doesn't know to reach out to us or me.
I should use that.
So maybe we should just, because has your dad gotten any meetings this year?
He was, yeah, well, Crystal is 2 doors down from the work too, so.
What's SUD?
I have no idea what that is.
Rick?
That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
It was surprising. Usually it's silent. I was like,
911 Authority.
Wait, who's that through then? That-
Substance abuse.
It's a sub unit of pathways.
Okay,
People say, no way, why would she?
911 Authority.
That's in administrative up there.
No, that's
oh, that's
a
good.
whole-
Then
that's a
I,
whole 911 door.
UP 911, I'm
So
sorry.
the regional-
then you know what? That makes me happy just to throw that in there, Rick, that you're on that committee. And you're gonna be in HR with me, which now holds the opioids, so
So Rick's
So
also.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, UP 911 Committee, who's on that?
They look like we're not doing nothing.
it's
That's the one that you said.
Because it's gonna.
No, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, I guess it's more questions.
been years.
Because of
Yeah.
this by a state.
Todd, have you been to UP 911 Committee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex Grohovac is my 911 coordinator now.
Yeah.
He will be going to all of them.
All right,
And I go to some of them, but most of them he reports back.
because Sheila and Weber used to be on it.
They run Region 8 Emergency Management. Sheila went to a few of the 911 meetings for me. I asked her
Yeah.
to. I don't know if Steve went or not. I didn't ask him to go, but I did ask Sheila. But now it's Alex Grohovac,
Is that something that we-
Are they meet often?
quarterly.
Yeah.
It's good committee meeting. It's interesting.
Do we want to have a
Commissioner.
commissioner there, or should we have Alex, if he's gonna be there all the time, to report
To our law
to
enforcement.
our law?
Law enforcement.
That, we can do that. We can have Alex report to us. He
What do we
reports to me.
think? It's up to the board here, do we?
I don't know that we need to.
No, I
We've
don't.
already got a representative
Yeah.
going.
We got representative. I don't think it's a necessity.
He'll bring back any information we need. and-
If it was a necessity, I'd be going every time, but Alex goes, he reports back to me and I'm good with it.
UP 911 Authority, in their
Require.
requirement, do they have of a commissioner?
I would think not if you haven't gone to any of them.
Well, I keep asking,
Well-
said they won't put me under, and then Sheila, that one time I come in her.
Jerry was on it, and I don't know if it's a requirement or not, I can find out, I don't know if it is, Jerry was on it.
If it is, we can put somebody on.
Right.
Well, now.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it at
We'll
me,
just leave it on there.
right, leave it
Yeah.
on me, yeah.
Well, yeah, if it never comes.
But
up,
One's
comes up.
got you
If
on
it's-
here.
If
Yeah.
it's something that doesn't require the commissioner, it could just fall under the law enforcement,
Mhm.
under administrative.
You would need to go then.
Basically, what that committee is, all 15 counties have a representative at the table. And I think 11 of us do our own dispatching, and then there are 4 other counties go through Nagani Regional. And everybody's got a vote at the table. So the majority of us normally vote together on an issue here is decided through all the counties. You know, we talk about it, and there's people that are it's all they do is 911, they're experts. Yeah. Simpletons like me and this stuff, listen to them, guide us through the waters, because they're specialists at it. So it's a really good committee, but it's, unless you know a lot about IT stuff and you know a lot about 911 in general across the state, it's go over your head like it does mine. But I just
We have
ask
a-
questions.
We have a part-timer that can probably be involved in that.
Good.
Don't you
Seriously.
think, John, would we good to go to them?
John
Yeah,
goes to him.
really,
Yeah, I don't require him to go, but he does go to him for us.
right,
And it's an interesting committee. It's just. And it's important now because in the UP, we're gonna get a whole brand new CAD system that they're making plans to do in their states. They're trying to find ways for the state to fund it so it doesn't fall on the counties. But we gotta have seats at the table right now, so we have our voices heard.
Right.
I keep a commissioner on it.
Yep.
We'll leave you on there. If you don't need to go, don't go. If something comes up, you need to go.
up cap,
That's me.
and that's still going, fair boards, Mickey, and veterans Mickey.
Yeah, those ones are all.
Anything else that you see? That's not on there, that should be?
The one thing I'm thinking, anything that is a multi-county. And now we got Josh Reed, you know, we did have Bruce Crandall before, but we have possessions that are being shared. Same thing now with some of circuit court being split up. It's not now that you, like the issue now with the circuit court judge requiring our prosecutor to use a program and compensate another county. Does the executive committee, if it pertains to outside of our county, but it's an internal issue, do we address it at exec, or do we try to fit it into something, you know, is it a human resources issue, or Josh? So depending on what's going on, that's,
Point out to the appropriate committee and let them
Yeah.
start the legwork on it.
Right.
and then it.
It might have to
wrap
get
around
go, wrap around to a different
To
one.
exec and then to the board if it needs to.
All right.
I mean, it's not, it might not be the perfect situation, but I think it's in the right direction.
We didn't have it in there to begin with, so.
Yeah, but I mean, in whole of the way we're going about this.
Yeah, we might have
And
to tweak it as we go.
we can always change it, exactly.
It's a good start. Don.
I think so. What, now that you get it, what do you think about it, Mike?
Yeah, it's typical.
It's worth a try. I kinda like the old way, but that works. It's worth a damn try. Oh, things change every day.
I appreciate the fact.
And the
that
thing
we're
is, we
trying.
can always, if we find a big snafu, we can always change it back.
I guess I
We're
never,
all workable here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I will make the motion that we reorganize the committees as proposed. And that we move the standing committee meetings to Tuesday at the agreed upon times, first Tuesday of the month.
What times did you guys choose?
8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Okay.
So you got, yeah. 8 facilities, 9's HR, 10 finance, 3 administrative, noon executive.
What would law enforcement fall in there?
Admin. So.
Administrative, 11 o'clock.
11, okay.
Right before lunch.
Perfect. Okay,
You'll
thank
be
you.
here in time for that.
Thank you, sir. Let's make sure I'm on time.
We've got all kinds of time to get it ready in the morning.
They're just, they're
When's the
gonna
first
vote,
one?
but.
We can get it on.
When, what? February?
I did look up the UP 911 authority and it's under UPCAP.
Yep.
And it just says each county board appoints a representative and an alternate voting member.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.
So the sheriff's department's carrying our vote.
Yep.
And you're upkept though,
Right, so.
so it wouldn't even be a separate.
As I tell them, you can see that in our list of things in our last
We'll
meeting.
take a quick vote on this before.
Yes.
Commissioner Caprosa, gotta go?
Yeah.
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes,
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes, and a quick one, number 7, Scott Smith for 93rd District Court, magistrate appointment. He's been working at the job now for a month, doing good. Take a motion to accept him as a hired,
so moved.
second,
Second.
roll call.
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
yes,
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes.
What was that guy's name again?
Scott
Smith.
Local.
Military.
Yep.
Yep. And number 8, magistrate 2024 salary, which
Already agreed upon?
already been agreed upon, and everything. Any questions on it?
No.
Everything is
Motion?
personnel policy. Yep.
Any motions on it?
Move to accept it.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner
You
Caprosa.
agree to anything, right?
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
yes.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes to them.
Number 9,
Maybe I
Public
stole
comment.
yours.
No, I
Okay, so yours.
purple them all.
The only thing I'd add in public comment is commend the board today. You met the needs of the public at the 5 PM meetings, met the needs of yourselves at the, trying to simplify it. I think that's a good idea to have that committee meeting only once a month. We know now as department heads, you've met our needs, met the citizens' needs. I think it's good track.
I'm hoping that 5 will, breaking it up into 5 will be fine. We might have to eventually break it up even more. But I think the idea of having it on one day every month and everybody here.
Yeah.
To be able to talk to, you know. I'm hoping it'll work, but we'll see.
Worth trying.
Good track. It's worth trying.
My question is, when are we starting this? Is it February? The 5 o'clock meeting, is that
Is
gonna be
it tomorrow?
February or is it gonna be
No,
We have to have an executive finance tomorrow. Like, yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right,
Well, what I'm talking about, the 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock for the regular meetings.
I'm
We've got,
gonna post them as starting already.
Starting
Monday. yeah.
starting with Monday's meeting.
Okay. I don't wanna be at the, road commission meeting and what's going on
When
here.
you're supposed to be here,
No.
yeah,
But you do gotta leave there at 10 to 5.
on the third Monday.
You run around, you better leave 20 to 5.
25?
Yeah.
So you
I'm
should,
that
so you
important.
should be able to go to both their meetings then,
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, I've always missed
I'm gonna
the,
try to get to at least the first one of these times.
well, I know I can get out of there pretty quick.
They'll chase you out of it.
Probably,
Any
probably
other
'cause
public
we're,
comment? 3 times. And number 10, adjournment. Anybody?
I'm all over for this one, we have to vote, or we just.
Nope.
You adjourn it, right?
Yep.
Adjourn.
The full board, we have to.
okay.
Perfect, sound like-
Fun bit of, information here, cause I went 3